think we're winging it today.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. This is the Daily Whatever Show. I am Lawrence Winterman.
And I am Dana Dubois.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Lawrence. That's my best friend.
That's my best friend. I've got a new shirt.
Oh my gosh, what does it say? Nixon 2028? What
In
does it say on?
retrospect, not the worst.
Oh, that's good. Can you stand up a little, Lawrence, so we can see the whole shirt? Because, oh, it's nice. I'm also not used to seeing you. Is that black or navy? It looks black on
It's
my.
black. Yeah,
I'm not used to
I
seeing
don't
you.
normally wear black. None so black.
Right, but that shirt felt like it needed some gravitas behind it, so you were like, none more
Well,
black.
I mean, I made it. I offer all my shirts in multiple colors. But this one, when I was, getting it for myself, I was like, I think I want that one in black.
Okay. Lawrence, I just realized I quoted a Rob Reiner movie just then. And I know we're going to get into this later, but he's so part of the culture, the work he's done. I just said that shirt was none more black, and didn't even mean to like
Yeah.
touch on that topic yet.
No, I
I
mean,
know.
this one goes to 11, you know, so
No
many
more
things.
rhymes. I mean it. Anybody
Right.
want a
Yeah,
peanut?
Princess Bride, exactly. Like, good God, what have we
The impact
lost?
on, well, on all of us, but I feel like Gen X in particular, we grew up. Anyways, we're going to get into him later. Let's not jump right in, but I did just have to point out within the first minute I referenced him without even thinking about it.
Yeah, indeed.
You, what a fucking weekend. Before we get into it all, we have a guest today. Femcel is supposed to be returning to the show to talk about her book. We have not I don't know that she's coming today. I have a feeling we're going to be rescheduling this one. The link is out there, Femcel. If you see it, please come join us. And if not, we will reschedule. And if not, then you get just us today.
Right. And Just Us Tomorrow, which, my God, what are we going to talk about?
I don't know, Lawrence. I'm so tired of you. What are we going to talk? I can't
Ugh.
even say that with a straight face.
Well, I can't
Um,
say it with a straight face for a very different reason.
oh, nothing about you is straight, including your
Oh, yes,
face.
that's right. That's right. Bent
Let's.
as a fucking clothes hanger.
Ew. Did you just have your sexuality and abortion like merged into one metaphor there? That got weird. Nick is saying, wait, did y'all run out of things to say?
Yeah, only for a
Never.
moment.
Never. That will never, ever, ever happen, especially when the news keeps coming at us so hard and
Right.
fast.
Especially, when the news just keeps snoozing.
I know. Lawrence, I started off on Substack this morning quoting a few Monday songs because it's like really rainy here. It's still pitch black. I actually woke up when my alarm went off at 5:30 today. I usually snooze for at least 45 minutes to an hour. I think I know the answer to this, Lawrence. You're a snooze bar guy, right? Or,
Um,
or are you a get up right away guy when the alarm goes
oh, I'm
off?
definitely not a get up right away guy. I'm the person who has an alarm set for every 15 minutes on my iPhone.
Okay, so that's
I don't
the
snooze. When the alarm goes off, I turn it off. But if I'm supposed to get up at say 7:30, I will set an alarm for 6:30, 6:45, 7, 7:15, and 7:30.
So you are effectively a snooze bar
I
guy.
yeah,
You're
yeah, it's just
just
that I know myself. My
you'll turn it off.
body learns the snooze button quickly, and if I don't just put a kibosh, yeah, like I know the way I work in the morning. Like I end up turning the alarm off, and then I sleep for an extra 2 hours, and then I'm late, and I'm like, how did that happen? Because you turned all the alarms off.
Wow. The gamification of our alarms and our subconscious being like, no, man, we need to sleep more.
Yeah.
Um, I am a snooze bar person, and the last relationship I was in, he was not, and he was kind of horrified when I hit, and I was like, how do you just wake up and get up right away? Like,
Honestly,
I need to transition from especially on 4 hours of sleep. But this morning, at 5:30, I was just like, bang, I'm alive, awake, and enthusiastic. Look, I even showered. See, my hair's still wet. I and then I quoted those two songs in my post about the show, Rainy Days and Mondays, and I don't like Mondays. And then I was like, no, I get to see Lawrence on Mondays, and all of you, I like
Oh,
Mondays. But this is the only reason why. Did you get up to any fun this weekend? Other like we're going to get into the news, especially if Femcel doesn't make it, which I don't think that she will, because the news was catastrophic this weekend. But
I
did you do anything fun? Did you work? What did you do?
I did nothing fun this weekend. I had a good cry.
Mm, those are good sometimes.
I cried about my ex-boyfriend, my now ex-boyfriend, and what did I do? I worked. Uh yeah. 1 minute daily boost is asking if I'm depressed. Yes, I am. I broke up with my boyfriend. I'm depressed. I think it's allowable. Uh,
Yeah.
what did I do? I mean, I went and spent some time with my mom,
Yeah.
and I cleaned my apartment really well. This is, I think, the first time in months that every room in my apartment is clean at the same time.
Well, that's
Like
a good
they
sign,
get
Lawrence.
cleaned, they don't often all get cleaned at the same time.
Right. Well, I'm proud of you. And also, the word depressed is an interesting one in that it can mean very different things. And I would say like in my mind, I call that situationally depressed versus like clinically depressed.
Sure.
Though you can certainly be both, but the fact that you're cleaning is a good sign in a weird way.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I think I would have had a kitty cat rebellion had I not cleaned. Like I do a full litter box scrub every 2 weeks, like dump
yeah.
out all the litter and
Yes.
get into the shower with them and scrub them down with, bleach.
Yeah.
Uh and like I keep I like they're in a second bathroom. The litter box is in the tub in
Yep.
a second bathroom. I like scrub down that tub and just the whole 9 yards. And so, I did that because it was absolutely necessary. And once I was doing that, I was like, fuck it, I should just clean the rest of the house.
Well, good. I'm glad that you did. I didn't do any of those things, and my cats probably are going to be in full rebellion today. But I had the opposite of like the super fullest weekend, like all fun things. It was I don't always have a ton of holiday things, but when I do, they all happen the same day or the same weekend. I went to the Momsters baby G's 1 year old birthday party, regular on the Daily Whatever show. I don't think that she's here this morning. You know why she's here, Les Lawrence? Because her baby is no longer an infant in arms, which is when she used
Yes.
to listen, and now the baby is one and getting into all kinds of trouble, so she can't be here as often. But it was so cute to see little baby G.
Aw.
I know, and the couple holiday parties of friends that I always go to. Um, and then my younger child, this was so sweet, is taking voice lessons at school, but is in the choir at school. The choir is the official activity. The voice lessons are with like a tutor who works with a lot of the kids at her school. It's kind of extra. And the tutor put on like the voice coach. I don't know if it's a tutor, but whatever. She put on a recital for the kids who work with her. There were about a dozen of them. And it was outside the Starbucks in Magnolia. Do you know where that is, Lawrence? Do you
Mm-hmm.
remember?
Yeah.
It's kind of a cute neighborhood and on the corner, so it kind of is round and has a planter, and the kids each stood up on the side of the planter with their mic and sang their songs. And mine looked, I thought, so terrified leading up to hers, and I was like, oh no, is she going to be able to do this? Like it was the first one, and I love karaoke, but singing like that to me is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as it was her turn, like stood up and like totally different energy and sang the song Aspen Glow, which I didn't know. It's kind of an obscure, most of the other kids were singing like, well, the weather outside is frightful, like
Right.
classics, real bouncy. And
Alpenglow, I think you mean.
Oh, sorry, did I say Aspen Glow? I meant Alpenglow. I keep messing those two up when I try to remember the name of the song, but it's an old John Denver song. But she's a soprano, so it was very high, kind of all head voicey and sort of melancholic, and she did such a good job, and it was so pretty, and I was so proud. So that was definitely a weekend highlight. And then we went in to see a Christmas tradition, Dina Martina. I don't know how many folks in the chat know who that is, but she is a Seattle treasure who now performs all over the world. This kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, but like,
It's it's
uh,
it's bad drag. It's intentionally bad drag. It is like the height
yeah,
of camp. Yeah, Dina
yes,
Martina is just kind of like nobody else, an absolute drag clown.
yes, and it always does a Christmas special, and it's always hilarious, and it's just joyous. We go every year. But we were at Dina Martina at intermission when we got the news about, well, when I saw the news about Rob Reiner and his wife. And so coming into today, I'm like, it was such a weekend of joys, holiday joys, but then there was so much like just abominable, violent news this weekend and kind of senseless news. Like, you know what I mean? Like their son killed them. Like, what a like terribly tragic fucking death for two seemingly really good people.
And not seemingly good people. Like Rob Reiner is the reason that Prop 8 got overturned in California. Like he
Right.
was a humanitarian sort of sui generis. Like I don't know that there's another humanitarian like him in this modern age. I mean,
Here, I
that
was
in
saying
combination
seemingly,
with the
yeah, just
Bondi
because I don't know
Beach,
him. Sorry. Yeah, keep going.
you know,
Sorry.
and Brown University, like it's just a, oh, am I hard to hear? That's weird.
Really? I hear you okay.
Hmm. Um, all right, I'll move the microphone closer. I've got sort of a new setup here this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, hang on.
We're very professional here on the Daily Whatever, you guys. We're just like, you never get to see how the sausage gets made.
Right. I am professional. Uh,
John Pierce says that he loves how you just trot out Latin like that.
oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Mrs. Timoney.
Yes. Yes. And Yanni says Misery and Stand By Me gonna be played today. Yeah. I keep telling my kids we need to watch Misery because they love psychological horror. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm still shaken from seeing that movie like in the theaters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The scene with
Absolutely.
the ankles. I think about that. That just lives rent free in my head. And every now and then when I have nothing else to be anxious about, that will pop up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch Princess Bride because that is probably, my all-time fave and source of great consolation. Um,
Oh, Musings is saying I had not heard the news. By
oh
that
God.
verb, by the verb tense, I think that means you have heard it. But in case folks haven't, I mean, I'm going to pull an article. It's kind of all
All
over
over the
the
place.
news.
Yeah.
But Rob Reiner and his wife, and I really, is it it's Michelle? Shoot, sorry, I don't want to just be like Michelle Singer Reiner. Were murdered, stabbed to death in their home by their son.
Yeah. Who was apparently really troubled, had addiction issues, and um, obviously snapped, like something happened to him. And yeah, it's super tragic. Um,
Was it for sure his son? Yeah, I think so. I mean, if it's not, then boy, every news source is
yeah, I, I
culpable.
I don't think he's been charged with anything yet, but pretty definitively, according to all the news sources are just not being in the least little bit obscure about the fact that the son has been arrested and is like the only person of interest in the investigation so far. So, um, I don't know, somebody don't sue us, but I think we can. Allegedly, it's his son.
Right.
And that appears to be allegedly the only lead they are looking into because, I mean, I don't know that he was caught like with a bloody knife in his hand, but close.
Oh my God, he was when Harry Met Sally too. I thought that was Nora Ephron. Did she write
She
it?
wrote it. He
Okay.
directed. Yeah.
I thought she did both, but my kids have not seen that one either.
The list of
Um,
movies that he like wrote, directed, like A Few
Few
Good
Good Men.
Men. I think the original West Wing movie, American President. I think that was Sorkin and Reiner together. I mean, I could be wrong about that one, but like there's just so much that he was kind of critical. Either writer, director, producer, or sometimes two of those. Uh, you know, yeah, he was a meathead on All in the Family. Like he had an absolutely um, uh, it's just an unbelievable career. So
And Eric is mentioning, I read this as well, that his wife made him change the ending to When Harry Met Sally to be a happier ending because that's what she wanted.
you know,
And a lot of times when people do that, the happy endings ends up being just too schmaltzy. But the end of When Harry Met Sally is lovely. It's what you want for them. Like, there's
yeah,
no reason for that movie to have any other ending than that one.
right.
Oh God, and this is Spinal Tap. Like, she wanted it more hopeful. Yeah. Um, it's it's something so grotesque. Like their child did it. Like I don't want to say it negates all the good of who he was, but it's one of those things of like there could be nothing more awful to
Yeah,
happen to
I
them than
don't
that.
think it negates
Mm-mm.
him or his career. I think it's, an example of you never know what you're getting with your kid, right? Like
Right?
your children can be not can be your children are fully formed creatures independent of you,
Yeah.
and you may have a kid who's incredibly troubled and who does something disastrously horribly bad like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to gloss over the Bondi Beach thing though, because that
No,
was
no, we've got plenty of time to dive into all. I only know of the three. Were there other awful tragedies this weekend? Because it's I think those are the three big ones, and I don't need to search for more. I'm not being tongue in cheek here. Just
oh god. Liberty Garden says apologies if this has been shared, but DJT True Social post is vile. I knew he was gonna fucking say something, and I haven't seen it yet.
yeah,
Um,
I don't think I want to look at it, Lawrence. If it's about Rob Reiner and about the Australian shootings on Hanukkah, all the Jewish folks getting done. Yeah, Rob Reiner was Jewish too. That's a lot of death on Hanukkah, right? Like, but the
yeah, I don't want to be a total asshole here, but the first thing that I thought when I heard about the Bondi Beach shootings, the fact that it was like, Chabad celebration for the first night of Hanukkah down on the beach, was fucking Netanyahu, man. Like, I don't think
you
anyone
predicted
has
this, Lawrence.
done more to raise the threat profile of Jewish people around the world than Benjamin fucking Netanyahu and his evil government that is perpetrating a genocide in Gaza. And I know there are people who will tell me to shut up and that now is not the right time, but I like, fuck it, it is.
No,
Like,
it's absolutely the right time. You predicted this, that you were like, what he's doing is making Jewish people around the world less safe, less
yeah,
stable.
for the rest of our lives, right?
Yeah.
For generations. Jewish people around the world are less safe, period, because of Benjamin Netanyahu, period. He has done more harm to the world, to Gaza, obviously, but also to the causes he purports to believe in, like
Yeah.
making the world a safer place for Jewish people. Like, he is absolutely, in some way, a piece of the motivation of what happened in Bondi Beach.
Oh,
And
for sure. And certainly a huge part of why uh, sympathies are not there for so many, right?
yeah,
Um, my I might hold on. We're gonna do this lo-fi thing here because you're here alone. I don't want to turn off my camera. I think I need to let my dog out, or I'm gonna have a tragedy on my hands after this.
Yeah.
Uh, my
Yeah. I
best.
just think that, so Pat Sidley is saying, I was just about to ask if your worst thing ever excluded Bondi, but you mentioned it. Furthermore, you've just said what I truly believe as a Jew. It's Netanyahu. I agree with every fucking word you're saying. Thank you, Pat. I can't express this more vehemently or more strongly that I think, you know, what Netanyahu has done, the way that he has corrupted Israel and turned it into not a force of good in the world, but of an actual force of evil through the genocide that he's committing in Gaza and through the hate and anti-Semitism that he is directly inspiring around the world is, I mean, he's a war criminal, plain and simple, and should be tried for so many different reasons. Um, I heard, so there was this amazing guy, Ahmed El Ahmed, a Muslim guy, who snuck up behind
Yes.
some cars and grabbed one of the shooters in a chokehold, wrestled the gun out of his hands, and got shot twice as he was doing that. And Benjamin fucking Netanyahu apparently on national television yesterday said that that guy was Jewish. He said that a Jewish hero wrestled a gun out of somebody's hand. And it, like, fuck you, man. Like, just fuck
You
you so many
think?
different fucking ways that you can't even acknowledge that there can be a Muslim hero in a tragic situation like this. It's just insane. It just
Yeah.
makes me want to vomit with rage.
The I just put a link. This is on on NBC news.com, but I've seen it shared a lot on Substack. A lot of you've probably seen it already, but somehow um he was captured on camera. I don't know. I guess maybe someone was filming the shooter and just caught him
Yeah,
come
someone was
right up.
for yeah, someone was filming the shooter trying to make sure that that person was identified and happened to catch Ahmed Al Ahmed as he basically, stalked the guy and wrestled the gun out of his hands.
It was like one of maybe the most heroic thing I've ever seen.
Ever,
That gun
honestly.
was
Like,
huge,
what
and
I
he
didn't understand the first time that I saw it is there were other active shooters around him. Like, there was somebody on a bridge not too far away with a gun who, like, the Ahmed rushed up and wrestled the gun out of his hands while other shooters were around him. Like, he absolutely made himself a target in doing that, and he's such a hero. Like, it's just, and he's got two kids, and it honestly, like, I could cry thinking about how that man risked making his children fatherless so that he could save more people.
yeah. I'm reading the story here. He is a 43-year-old fruit shop owner, and he was praised for his bravery after a video circulated showing him tackling one of the shooters to the ground. Even our idiot president called him very, very brave, eloquent.
Yeah. Yeah. Kara
Um,
Henry is saying, and then he dropped the gun, like he set it down against a tree and then picked up a rock and threw it at the shooter. Like, he had a gun in his hands. He could have shot the shooter, but he didn't do that. He put the gun down and threw a rock. Like,
wow,
my God,
did not know that part.
what a hero.
Oh my God, the attack was carried out by a 50-year-old man and his 24-year-old son. Not a great weekend for fathers and sons, is it?
Yeah.
Good grief. Well, there you go, Kira. So, wow, I'm just reading this now. Yeah, he crouched behind a car and rushed him. Watching this, Lawrence, and oh, there he is in the hospital. He looks okay. Wow. The New South Wales premier is visiting him in the hospital. In that photo. So
Karen is asking if you could take out one villain with no repercussions, would you take out DJT or Benjamin Netanyahu? Um, that's honestly a tough one, Karen, because there's a piece of me that believes if we didn't have Netanyahu, we wouldn't have Trump. there's a big piece of me that believes if we didn't have Trump, we'd have potentially have somebody in there who could rein in Netanyahu. So I don't know. That's a really hard one.
I'm
Oof.
selfish and I'd say Trump because
I mean, yeah, I want to say Trump too, but there's a piece of me that wonders about the who is doing more generational damage over a longer over a longer scope of time. I really wonder about that because I don't think I hate the word Jewry, but I think world Jewry will never uh, be the same after Netanyahu and the Gaza genocide. I think that it has changed everything forever, and the we've talked about this before, Dana. The kind of I don't know, not not like charm, but growing up Jewish in the United States, like was there, is there anti-Semitism? Was there anti-Semitism when we were growing up? Absolutely, but I didn't. I felt like there was at least sort of a like, but oh
a
my God, the
goodwill.
Holocaust, you
Yes,
know?
there was a goodwill. There was a right like a goodwill is what keeps coming up of like right. You guys suffered. You deserve to be elevated a bit. Of that's not quite the right word either, but goodwill. We'll just say that of
Yeah,
like we're different. Yes, there's still some bias, but yeah, there was a generation, multiple generations of goodwill that have just been completely undone, and
yeah,
empathy's lost. And I like it took me a while to catch up where I would be somewhere and hear people speaking about, well, mostly about Israel, sometimes about Jewish people in general, that I would be like, that's a different tone. And now I'm like, oh, I get it. That's the new normal now because and it's warranted in many ways, not against Jewish people, but against the state of Israel and
yeah.
what it's
Um,
doing.
Dr. Eric Lulov, who is going to be our guest for Fucked Up Friday this week, said by rank choice, number one Putin, number two Bibi, number three Trump. Actually, Doctor, I think you're right. I think Putin number one because I really believe in my heart without Putin you don't have Trump or prolonged Netanyahu. I honestly think um, Russia has won a world war against us, and um,
The war we don't know we're in.
right, the information war that we don't know that we're in, we've lost it more profoundly than we can understand in this moment in time, and Putin has, like, if I was being completely and utterly objective,
Yeah.
with no if I could take all emotion out of everything, Putin has achieved the greatest victory in the history of the world. Like he is at least for the time being a mastermind beyond the likes of which I think we can truly understand. And I mean, I obviously personally despise him and everything that he's done and hate what America has become, but he toppled the world's greatest superpower, the greatest superpower the world has ever known. He did it from the inside.
Lawrence, I think you should write an article about this because your very first story, I think, here on Substack
Yeah,
was We're Already at War. And it was about how we've been in a war not of hand-to-hand combat with weapons, but with information and misinformation specifically.
yeah.
And it was really smart. And like five people saw it because we were brand new.
Right. It was the first thing we ever posted. Yeah,
But I think what you're saying now is they've won the war. And that's so maybe a
that,
reprise of that.
yeah, they have, uh I I mean, I'm going to go even further out on a limb and say I think that I think we are on the verge of an economic catastrophe that will make the Great Depression look like, I don't know, a bad day at the park. And I think that China and Russia uh, and other nations who wish to do us ill are going to come out on top, and we are going to lose our superpower status forever. And I think it's because we got played super hard by Russia. and I think China has the financial might to kind of really make it stick. So we're fucked.
I
In
hope.
summation, happy Monday. We are completely fucked.
It's how let's make predictions. It's almost the end of the year when we can do these things.
Right.
What's your timeline and what do you think is going to happen?
Um, I think
Also, I
there are
just shared
some.
your article in the chat to the We
Yeah,
Are Already at War.
I think there are. I think there's some timelines within the next couple of months that are going to really sort of illuminate some things financially. There's an interest rate cliff that's coming up in the early part of 2026, where all of the corporate borrowing that the tech companies and other big companies did when interest rates were really low are going to come up for refinancing now that rates are high. I think that that is going to hit really hard. I think we are living on a time bomb because Trump basically gutted the stats, wing of Bureau of Labor Statistics, and
Right.
uh,
Hey, Lawrence, as long as we don't hear them, they don't exist. There's no
oh,
problem.
right, yes, exactly, yeah,
Okay. Just checking. That's what's going on. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, in my worst moments, I believe, um, so there's apparently last week. Uh, I don't remember if it was Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, but one of the giant banks basically moved all of its gold forex traders out of the United States into Singapore, like on a moment's notice. Essentially said, by the end of the week, you need to relocate your family. Like your job is now in Singapore, you need to relocate your family.
Wait.
Um,
Can you say that? Say that again. Sorry. Sorry. I have to admit, I was multitasking. I just reposted your We're Already at War story and I tagged you. So I know it's hard to click links from the chat. So if you go to my Substack notes, you'll see it there too. Who just moved everybody to Singapore?
Nicole is helping me out here in the chat. JP Morgan
Okay.
moved all of their gold forex traders, foreign exchange traders, to Singapore, and basically, you know, no longer has gold trading within the United States, which is unheard of.
Right.
Like big banks are making moves like that seem to indicate that the big banks know that something massive is coming, something absolutely gigantic is coming. And I think we are potentially looking at a massive devaluation of the dollar and perhaps the nightmare global de-dollarization, which is something that I think is going to happen in 2026. And I think it will.
De-dollarization. I've never heard that word, but
The dollar is the
I
global
get it.
reserve
Yeah.
currency. It's
Yes.
what oil and a whole bunch of other commodities are traded in, and it gives the United States economy a built-in boost
Yeah.
that it would not have if we were not the global reserve currency. So if something else, say the renminbi, the Chinese currency, becomes the global reserve currency, we don't just lose a bunch of business, we lose the thing that has artificially propped up the United States economy for the last 80 years. And uh, yeah, if other nations like China and Russia and every other nation around the world, Brazil, India, if the BRICS countries decide that they are going to de-dollarize and start denominating in renminbi, then we are really, really screwed in a way that I don't think anyone in America understands. Everything will be more expensive. It will make our current inflation situation look like child's play. Like it'll be insane. Um, and I think all of that is going to happen in 2026. And um, I think we are in for some really perilous days ahead.
Cool. Right? Like, what can we even do about that? Maybe not send my kid to college in Europe. She just got in. Did I tell you that, Lawrence? I don't remember
Uh,
if I told you.
no, you didn't.
Yeah, she got
What?
into her first European college.
Amazing.
over the weekend, and I'm like, oh, this is not so bad. You know, it'll all depend on the currency, the what's the word I'm looking for? Jesus, I'm tired. The conversion rate.
Yeah.
But this is manageable if this is where you decide to go. We don't qualify for EU tuition at this particular school because the country it's in, you have, even though she is an EU dual citizen, you have to be a taxpayer there for at least 3 years to get
Yeah.
the EU
Did you say
tuition.
which school, or are you keeping that a secret?
I'm not going to say which school,
Okay.
just in case she ends up going. But yeah, now I'm like, oh, unless the US dollar really tanks and suddenly her tuition doubles effectively.
Yeah. Someone more is asking in the chat, are we talking about a depression in 2026? Yes, I think the United States is headed for a depression, like a greater depression. Not because it's better than the Great Depression, but because it's bigger and
Right.
deeper and meaner.
What do we even do to prepare for that? You know, me and a lot of us we Gen Xers like to look around the corners and be like, we see this coming. So what can we do?
I, you know, thanks to the economy and the fact that I, was out of work, mostly out of work for the last 2 years, I'm on the verge of declaring bankruptcy anyway. Like, not, not haha. Like, no, really, I need to go to an attorney and declare bankruptcy. And so I'm kind of like, the global economy is going to crash and everyone else is going to declare bankruptcy too. Cool.
Right. Good timing.
Yeah. Come on, everybody. I'll test out the water. Hey, it looks when you stop believing in late stage capitalism and corporate America,
Here's what you get.
it's kind of liberating.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I've stopped answering all those phone calls because what am I going to say? Hello, yes, I know I owe you a large amount of money. Um, I can't pay you. I don't have any. Please, by all means, continue to call and let me know how my credit has been ruined. I'm well aware.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lawrence. That's so stressful. But I admire your plucky spirit about it.
Oh, I don't think that was plucky spirit. I think that was
Deep
gallows humor.
cynicism. Yes.
That was, my ancestral Jewish spirit walking to the oven, I don't know.
You always look on the bright
Right.
side of life.
Right. Yeah. I was trying to come up with a cake joke to make about, oh, the oven's only set to 350. I hope they remember to rotate the cake. I don't know. I can't.
I'm sorry, Lawrence. Oh my gosh. It's which terrible, oh, Brown University. That's the final really tragic news we didn't talk about. Another
Right. You know
fucking
what
school
excites me
shooting.
most about that one is the killer is still at large because they arrested the wrong guy.
Oh, I didn't know they had arrested anyone. I saw he was still at large. That's exciting. I read somewhere, hold on one second. I don't want to say something wrong. Um, which there have been so many mass shootings this year. This was the number I had in my head. 389th. It was the 389th mass shooting
Yeah, and you know what's
this
tragic about
year.
that
There's
is
already been two more.
it's a low number. We haven't crossed 400 yet. So it's actually a good year for mass shootings. They've actually declined. Trump can go out and say mass shootings have declined under his watch. And they have by some insignificant amount.
Oh my God, two killed, nine other people wounded. Right. Ivy League, Lawrence. I just, yeah, Brown University was always that like, if I had really worked hard in high school in ways that I didn't, so that I could have gone to like a really Ivy League kind of school, Brown would have topped the list. Like that seems like where the word nerd smart kids go. And maybe it's not that anymore, but that's always been my impression of Brown is that it's Um, a lot of the other Ivies are more STEM oriented in my brain, and Brown is like that's where my kind of people would be. Plus, it's right next to RISD, Rhode Island School of Design, which
Right,
is where
right.
our
So you
other
would have
best
been next door to
friend.
Denise. Imagine the trouble you could have gotten into.
I know, and my child is applying to a lot of art and design schools, and for like a split millisecond, they do have a Brown RISD dual degree that one can get.
Hmm.
And then I was like, you don't have the SAT scores for Brown, A of all and B of all. That's like $80,000 a year for 5 years. So like, no thanks. That's not going to happen. But Brown is like even though I have no time, Brown and Province, Providence, Rhode Island, I've always seen as this like, oh, I bet that's one of those like cities. I have this theory that there are these cities that sort of no one's looking at, but that are really cool, that like haven't gotten kind of crazy expensive and crazy trendy in the US.
Hmm.
Um, if you're talking Seattle neighborhoods, sorry to get niche, it's like the Magnolia. Like the neighborhood we were in yesterday is this very posh neighborhood in Seattle, but it's like, and it has its own little cute downtown area, but you would never go to any shop or restaurant or pub in Magnolia unless you live in Magnolia.
Right.
It's just, and so I've always been like, they probably have it really good, because it's like you go to those places and it really is just your neighbors. You don't have people like flocking to destinations there. I feel like Providence is like that. And so I'm like, oh, and also now, like, no place is safe.
Well, yeah. I mean, no place in this country is untouched. 1 minute daily boost is asking, does going over all these terrible tragedies healthy? I mean, better out than in. It may not be healthy to listen to, and by all means, people are welcome to drop. But it does actually make me feel better to kind of get all of this out and, with a friendly group of people where we can all commiserate together. I feel like we need to have our eyes wide open going into this moment in time. Sticking our heads in the sand doesn't particularly help anything. That's just
It,
my opinion,
it,
which
it
is
doesn't.
not worth anything more than the paper it's printed on.
No, it's worth everything in the world to me, Lawrence. It's a strange thing. Like I was saying at the start of the show, I had this weekend very full of joy, like all of these holiday celebrations and all this time with kind of old friends who almost feel like family, and then with my actual family, and just joy, joy, joy. But we woven throughout it like all these horrors, and the whiplash of that is real. And I don't know if anyone else is feeling that this holiday season, where it's like I'm both like, oh, am I done with my holiday shopping? Did I get equal amounts for both my girls so that Christmas morning it's fair? Oh, I gotta go figure that out. Oh gosh, all these Jews just got murdered on the beach. Is it weird? Like when I first saw it, I was like, Pam Bondi has a beach named after her. That was my first thought.
Uh,
Why did they do that?
yeah. No, I mean, when I heard of Bondi, I was like, she's named after Bondi Beach?
I've never heard of the beach. I don't know much about
Oh
Australia.
God, it
It looked magnificent. The
It,
pictures.
it it's stunning. Like it is really one of the most magnificent beaches in the world. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to all the beaches in the world. There's a goal for 2026.
Oh my God, right. I'm Googling images. Yeah, this,
It's a beautiful, beautiful beach, and it's not right in downtown Sydney. It's like in a gorgeous Sydney suburb. It's very like La Jolla, it's
yeah.
very SoCal. Like even that neighborhood, the houses all looks, um, yeah, and it has a huge Jewish community. In fact, a stat that shocked me is Australia has the largest percentage of Holocaust survivors, living Holocaust survivors of
Mm,
any place outside of Israel, which
I
is
did not
crazy
know
because I
that.
thought that would have been the United States.
Yeah,
Um,
I did not know that.
yeah,
Lawrence, maybe this is the 2026 like late stage capitalism fuck it goal. Like just go wander the beaches. I don't know. I'm just picturing this. What was the movie that came out, I think it was earlier this year, where the woman is dying of cancer, and so she goes on like a sex bender. I think it was called Dying for Sex with Michelle Williams. Williams? Heath Ledger's ex-wife. Back me up here. Did you? It's a film that was out. I'm looking this up right now. Or sex. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it was really good. It was, and maybe it was a TV. It's a TV show.
I mean, that
Um,
sounds great. I'm all down for like a beach and fucking bender in 2026. I could podcast from, hey everybody, I'm in Phuket, so fuck it. I'm having sex on a beach in Thailand.
I'm in Phuket, so fuck it. Oh, Lawrence, that's so on brand. It's not really, but I that's hilarious. Is that the plan? Is that the plan? What else do we have left to us for us?
Yeah, I don't know. Global markets have just collapsed, but I'm getting laid in Bondi on Bondi Beach. Woot woot.
Right. Deep sigh, Lawrence. Just deep sigh. I'm working on like personal growth shit over here. Like, how do I want to steer my ship, and how much can I take on, and what can I do and not do? And it is really weird to be doing that and be like, none of that might matter because global markets might be collapsing and AI is taking over everything anyways. They can't take over, AI can't take over the beach.
Yeah. Lots of people are objecting to sex on the beach because,
Yeah,
as
itchy.
Lefty Prof
It's,
says, sand in the labia, I dissent.
yeah. I think I did that once when I was young, and I was like, okay, I've done that, but yeah, not great. There was
Yeah.
oh, it was Carlin Betcha, I think, who had a story that was like 7 places that you where you think you want to have sex, but you really shouldn't because it's terrible. Hold on.
Backseat of a car.
In the shower
Uh,
was
I
one
don't
of them.
shower sex. If you've got a couple grab bars and one of those little teak seats, shower sex could be pretty great.
Her
Uh,
point is the how water is a lubricant killer. Oh, it's
oh yeah,
called
no, that's true. That is
here.
true.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Uh,
if it's a big shower and you can stand outside of the stream of water, sure. Um,
7 sex acts that look fun in the movies but are actually pretty horrid. Hold on, I'll put
right.
a link in.
Sex on the beach.
Definitely was on there. Sex in the Shower was on there. Hold on. It's called Unslippery When Wet, which I thought was very funny.
Oh my God, she's so
Um,
great.
she's so great. Car Sex, Where Romance Goes to Cramp. Beach Sex, Sandpaper for the Soul, Now with Pathogens. Plain Sex, you're committing a federal offense while marinating in airborne fecal particles if you escape to the bathroom in the plane to
Yeah,
uh,
I just gotta say, the idea of plain bathroom sex, like, I am not a small man, and I tend not to date other small men.
right.
So, Mile High Club, never really an option for me. I mean, unless, unless I was flying on Jeffrey Epstein's private plane, not with girls. I- I'm just gonna take Epstein out of it. Unless I'm on somebody's private plane, uh,
Not
yeah,
gonna happen.
not gonna happen.
Yeah, I am not a super large person and still like that holds no appeal. Like, I mean, I guess theoretically I get the whole like naughtiness of it, but what else does she list here? Public sex, the Parks and Recreation episode no one asked for. It depends where you
As a
define
gay man,
public.
I refuse to comment on that.
Yes, fair. This one, yes, food sex, the bacteria buffet.
Mm,
In 9.5 weeks, Mickey Rourke hand feeds Kim Basinger strawberries, honey, and milk in a scene so sultry it probably made FDA inspectors faint. Syrup drips, tongues linger, the refrigerator hums approvingly. Meanwhile, in the real world, you're basically catering an orgy for bacteria. Um, oh, and then elevator sex. I think that's the last one. I'd put that up there with airplane of like It's just about being trapped in a naughty public place, but like
Yeah.
the actuals, I don't know. We're lightening the mood a bit here,
Right.
Lawrence.
Melissa
Please.
says, my husband and I were snuggling when that article popped up and all he could see was seven sex acts and he asked, what are you reading on Substack? I told him to mind his business and reap the benefits if I'm reading smut on Substack.
Oh my God, that's so
Way to go,
funny.
Melissa.
I, yes. Your
Happy
husband?
birthday to you, Mr. Melissa.
Yes.
Just lie back and take it like a man.
Oh, he seems like a great guy. I mean, he's lucky enough to be married to Melissa.
Right. There
Hopefully
you
he
go.
knows it. So long as he knows how lucky he is, I fully approve. That's all I have to say about that. Oh, Lawrence, we've been through all the tragedies. We've been through all the public places where you shouldn't have sex.
Hmm.
It's
I've been to Nice and the Isles of Greece and I've
oh my,
sipped champagne on a yacht.
that is one of my all-time favorite songs to karaoke.
I mean, how could it not be? It's a fantastic song.
Well, it is a little high for me though. I've been to paradise, but it's so good.
Yeah.
We're talking about Charlene's I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me.
I suppose I
Writ-
could do. I've been to Nice and the Isles of Greece. I could do
While
the.
I sip champagne on a yacht. You could, I would say harmony, but I could hear my youngest child being like, that's not harmony if you're singing the same octave or it's different octaves at the same note. I'm like, shut up, I don't speak music. I know, I want to, but I don't. Um, Here, let's go find that video. So the best thing about Charlene's I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. I've been to paradise is the karaoke video. I wonder if it's on YouTube. Do you remember back in the day when you go to karaoke and it was the giant discs? They were like this big
Yeah, the big
into the
Laserdisc.
machine,
Sure.
and they all had crazy videos playing.
Oh yeah, like dumb sort of two random actors acting
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
they usually looked very. Oh my God, they have it here. So the Charlene one is little like creepy Barbie sort of dolls, like acting out the lyrics. Definitely the best karaoke video of all time. There's the link to it. Oh wait. Okay, I froze. I got a new laptop, Lord, so it is not me. It is Substack that freezes the chat for me. This is the second time now in the
God
last
damn
two
it,
weeks,
Substack.
right? Why are your tools like this? Oh, speaking of which, we're on StreamYard, so you figured out the integration? This
No, they rolled back their update that fucked everything up yesterday.
really?
Oh yeah. I mean, it really fucked like you couldn't. I don't know if anyone else had the experience yesterday of trying to get a stream key
That
on
was
Substack.
Saturday,
Um
2 days ago, because we didn't go on
two
yesterday.
days ago, correct. Yes.
Sorry, go on.
No, I mean it was a disaster. Like there was literally no way to proceed. So yeah,
Oh my God.
it was terrible, and
All,
we
all
had
I can
to
say, sorry.
do it the old-fashioned way.
All I can say about that is that I'm very glad that's not my job. Um, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you see stuff like that, and I'm like, oh man, someone approved that launch,
Yeah.
and then had to roll it back. Oh, let me, now that I'm here again, I am grabbing, I just hit refresh and it's right there. That's I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me, the karaoke Barbie version. Great fucking song in a, I have a thing for this era of music, this like 70s slash early 80s, like empowered female, but really sort of dismal about it kind of music.
Right, right. She's empowered, but she's basically saying like I've done every fabulous thing alive, but I don't actually know who the fuck I am or what the meaning of life
Yes.
is.
And you wretched mother and wife, like regimented
Oh
mother.
my God, this is the
What?
video. It's all Barbie dolls.
Yes. It's
That's so
hilarious.
good.
It's so I would karaoke this back in the day just to see the video because it's amazing. Also, the song was amazing and ridiculous. See, also Torn Between Two Lovers. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Feeling like a
Feeling like a fool.
fool. I
Absolutely.
would
Yeah.
I would even put Angel of the Morning in there because she's singing about this sexually empowered moment, but she's like very somber about it. Like I won't beg you to stay. They're like, and if you go back and watch the live recordings, because that's what music videos were back then, like they're not smiling. They're very sort of almost grim or dour about like, I'm sexually empowered. I have two lovers and I don't know which one to pick. But there's no mojo in it because they have to be like, I can't really come into my own yet because the sexual liberation is just, it's unfolding right now. So I have to be careful. Yeah, loving both of you is breaking all the rules. That's the one. Yeah,
Right.
I've never karaokeed that one. It's really high for me, but I would kind
Right.
of love to.
Talk about a thing that wouldn't like really resonate with the younger generation. They'd be like, just go Polly.
Right, torn between two lovers. Why are you
Just
torn?
have a three-way. I don't get it.
Right, you're just E&M like every other person on the online dating apps. Come on. I think that
Right.
might be all I've got this morning, Lawrence.
I, you know, I maybe 1 minute daily boost is right. Maybe this wasn't particularly healthy because I kind of want to go climb back into bed.
You know what? You can. I've got to go climb into work, but I would rather climb back into bed. That actually sounds really nice. I did post a news story last night. I figured we'd probably talk about that some tomorrow when we were supposed to be just us, instead of today when we were spontaneously just us. But and it ended up being called "In Praise of Drinking," which it's a repost of a Medium story I wrote a couple years ago. And I ABC tested it against two AI generated titles, and mine won, which is always a good feeling.
Nice.
Um, but it's interesting. I updated it, like tweaked a little bit about it, but I've been sitting with it and I'm like, does that story still hit the same way? And I may need to do a revision of my In Praise of Drinking because um, when was that? It was 2024. Was it a year ago or 2 years ago that I wrote it? I'm trying to remember. I think it was 2 years ago. So I feel like it doesn't quite hit the same way. Like I still really love a good old fashioned, and I still see most people around me becoming sober, which is great. Do what's good for you. And I just felt the need to post this silly, like, I still really like this. And I'm like, I don't know that I was focusing my energies in the right spot.
Hmm.
And looking at the events that came after I wrote that, I'm like, I don't know that alcohol was really serving me then. Thank you, Sherry. I'm glad you liked the news story. I really like it too, but I might go back and make a revised version of like a little older and wiser. The world has changed a ton, but we can talk about that one more tomorrow. Lawrence, I really think you should do a reprise on your "We Are Already at War" story in all your spare time.
Yes, in all my spare time, I will write a new thing.
I miss your writing. I know we're laughing and you're doing so much, but I do miss your writing.
Yeah, I need to write something soon. I will. On that note, let's wrap this thing up, shall we? It's right at the
I,
top of the hour,
I
and
think we
I need to
should.
go have a second cup of coffee and possibly climb back into bed.
I think you should. I need to keep drinking my. I do. It cracks me up that this has become my like second cup of tea. It doesn't insulate very well though because this is now kind of lukewarm. But I will go heat it. I'm going to get my kids to school and get me to work. And yeah, onward, Lawrence.
All right. Love you, everybody.
Thank you for
Mean
joining
it.
us today. Love you, mean it.
Bye.
Bye.